Blessed are we, magical peoples. All right. So I decided to do I normally save this for my Keen's tier, my subscription service, um, a weekend reading, but I figured I wanted to share with everybody on my page, on my social media, the messages that come up. And I really enjoy engaging. I can talk, I swear I can talk. But I enjoy engaging with everybody, and so I wanted to, have fun. I wanted to have fun. It is Friday, so it is, Venus's day. So yeah, I wanted to enjoy our experiences together, and I invite everyone to participate, to share, and remember, this is when we have these readings, when we have any sort of live interaction, it's our time together. It's not just me sharing with you. It's our co-creative process. So anything that comes up, you can share your thoughts. I might not be able to see it depending on the comments. But share your thoughts. Feel free. This is, I focus on this being a safe space for all of us to share in healthy discussion, right? Well, hello, Crystal. Hello, Beatrice. I'm actually having a really good day. I live in Northern California, and there's fires. Not like specifically close. They're close enough. But there's fires around us, and it's been weird. It's been very weird with everything going on. It's been raining ash for a few days, not all day, but there's at certain times of the day. Yesterday was really red. Today it's not as red, but it's still smoky. So yeah, it's an interesting experience, and I send all those blessings and all those the good shit to the firefighters and the people and the homes and everything that needs to be protected. Right? It's crazy. It's so crazy. So we're gonna focus on a weekend reading. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me know how your day is going. I know some people are in my future, and I know some people are, ahead of me in a day or so, and hour wise. I'm rambling because I'm shuffling. We're going to work with my Metamorphosis Oracle. But yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy it. It's Friday. So happy Friday, everybody. And the reason why we do these weekend readings, these daily readings, it's to help us take control of our own lives. It's information that we are provided that we can actually utilize to perfect our own life experience. Whatever resonates, we can take from, and we can say, okay, look, this is what I can meditate on. This is what I can contemplate. This is what I can use, right? Use to perfect that day's energy, that day's vibration. It helps me, set my life up for success. It doesn't, prevent me from anything. It gives me the tools that I need to make decisions, and to just be aware, be ready, right? So yeah. Whew. Well, hello, Alexandra and Stacy. And Lillian. So, do y'all have any fun Friday plans? I'm trying to think of what to watch. We're trying to finish Cursed. We started Cursed on Netflix. But I'm looking for some other things to watch. Well, hello, Patricia. Okay. So take some time, y'all. Take some time to focus on your breathing. Take some time to focus on your heartbeat. Just get into your own zone. Tap into your own space. This is our time together, so you are worth it. Let's focus. And when you're ready, go ahead and call in your spirits, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good shit for your highest and best. Call it in to be present with you. And when you're ready, go ahead and comment or write down whatever you prefer. 1, 2, or 3, the first number that does pop into your head. Comment or write it down. It is whatever you prefer. You do not have to publicly engage if you don't want to. 1, 2, or 3, the first number that does pop into your head. And just remember that all 3 cards are going to be a general reading. This is all a general experience, but the reason you focus in on that one card that pops into your head is because it helps you fine tune a general experience and personalize it a little more. That's what I like doing. And that's how I read. That's how I work with this stuff, right? Just my personal flavor. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, homework. Ooh, awesome. Congrats. 2, 2. Okay, 3. So, my hands are so cold. I don't know why. Okay. It's really weird, the whole setup, but I don't like doing it beforehand. I've tried that. I like doing it live. So it's just weird, the whole setup, like a shuffling, like, hey y'all, just stare at me while I shuffle. But it's there. Okay. 2, 3. Well, hello, Angie. I need to watch a season 2 of The Umbrella Academy. I've seen the first season. You guys, no judgment. I don't like watching. I love TV. I love movies, but I don't like sitting down and watching it. Like I always feel like I need to be doing something. I enjoy doing stuff, so it takes a lot for me to like sit down and watch. Right? It does take a lot for me to do it, and it's yeah. That's why it takes me 5 decades to finish a season of something. Yeah. 3, 1. Okay. So, card 1. Dominant for those who chose card 1, supporting for those who did not. And this is our weekend reading. So we take into consideration Friday's vibration. It moves through Saturday and Sunday. So all weekend long, this is stuff that might unearth for us. This is stuff that we can address. So I actually really like this. So card 1 is Beltane, Indulgence. So before I get into the key words of the card, what does Beltane make you feel like? What do you think of when you hear Beltane or Indulgence? What does Indulgence make you think of? What does Indulgence make you feel? Especially in regards to the weekend, like what's going on there? How does it make you feel? So we have fertility, Beltane, Indulgence, fertility. We have sex. We have intoxication. We have fairies, fairy magic. We have power. Beltane's it's one of my favorites as well, like Samhain and Beltane. Yeah. So we have power. We have revolution, like a fat kid. So Beltane, Indulgence. How does that make you feel? So I like that Beltane initiates the weekend reading because it's saying, you know what? There is a lot of shit going on, y'all. There is a lot of shit. And just bear with me. I swear a lot. So if you're new here or if you haven't heard me say anything like that, I do. I swear. So I'm rarely safe for work, or if you don't want your children to hear, just be mindful. I swear. So Beltane, immerse in new beginnings. I like that energy. Indulgent. So the initiating card for our weekend is this like fun, spirited energy, this adventure, this excitement. And it's definitely saying that there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of heaviness going on. And while we need to be very mindful of it, we need to be aware of it. We also need to learn to navigate our world and learn to have fun, learn to have these little adventures and experiences that bring us joy. Because if we keep focusing on the heaviness, if we keep focusing on the things that hurt us and the things that are super challenging, that's all we focus on, and we don't give ourselves the opportunity to take a little break and tune into things that are exciting to us. We might just need to go get fucked or fuck someone, whatever you prefer. Again, no judgment. We might need to release tension, right? So that's something that needs to happen, that we need to consider. Okay, and it doesn't mean just someone; it could be ourselves. Whatever. And I like that because, and the thing that comes up to me is something that my best friend and I have been talking about is toxic positivity. She's someone who can turn a situation into, she likes to look on the better side of things and things that feel good to her. She doesn't deny what's going on. She's not like, oh, this is crumbling down. I'm just going to focus over here on being positive. That's not what she does. But a lot of interesting stuff has come up where people are saying she's being toxic in her positivity. energy when she's not. She's not saying that things aren't real. She's saying, like, look, this is what I choose to focus on. I'm not toxic. I'm not being toxic and positive or toxic positivity. I'm just being me. I'm being who I am. I'm choosing to be aware of the situation. I'm choosing to be aware of the friction, the challenge, and the chaos that's going on in our lives, in my life. But I'm also choosing to realize that I have power in my own life, in my own perception. And so as I know that, as I trust in my own power to create and design my reality, I am going to choose each and every time what feels better to me at that time. Does that make sense? And so I'm not being toxic. I'm being aware. You know, I don't like, people are utilizing toxic positivity as an escape. Not everybody, but people do. But it's also important that we realize, just because someone chooses to focus on good things, it doesn't mean they're denying the reality of their situation. It simply means that they're working through it as best as they can, right? And focusing on things that make them feel better, so they don't just get dumped into this, you know, shithole and just feel gross all the time. That's not fun, right? That's not. Well, hello, Donna. Spot on as new beginnings and fun, making many tinctures. Ooh, tinctures. Hello. Love creativity, which I haven't done enough. Good. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. And so with Beltane indulgence, you know what? What do we need to indulge in? Maybe I need to take a step back and indulge in some Netflix, you know, because I need to calm my shit down, right? And so it's important for us to realize it is okay to have fun. Just because, yes, we will always have friction and chaos. We will have resistance. We will have challenge. But that does not mean we cannot celebrate our life. That does not mean that we can't focus on things to celebrate about, right? This is shit that we live with right now. This is what's going on. The plague, and for me and others, fires and all kinds of other stuff, right? People go through their own shit. But we can still find time to enjoy things that matter to us and to celebrate. So it's saying, look, don't be bogged down by the heaviness that is right now. Know that there is still fun to be had. Know that there is still adventures to be created, and do so however you can, right? And just in small doses if you need. When things get really heavy, you know, turn on your favorite music or your favorite comedy or whatever you like. Turn it on that's going to lift your spirits up, and be in that space. Maybe unplug from certain situations or experiences, right? Unplug. And then just boom, do you indulge as best as you can with what you have. So, and when we realize, before I get into the second card, with Revolution, a part of the Beltane card, right? When we realize, ooh, I love to crochet too. Yeah. I haven't done a lot lately. When we realize that, when we focus on how we feel, when we tune into our own experiences, when we give our attention to ourselves and our own like little community, when we focus on being happy, whatever that means to us, it's not denying the other emotions, but when we focus on celebration, we realize, you know what, we all want to feel good. We all want what's good for us, and so why wouldn't we want what's good for other people? And so as we start tapping into what's feeling great for us, and we celebrate, and we start laughing again, we start bringing adventure into our life experience and our reality, we start to choose differently. That is going to support a sort of revolution, not only in our own lives, but in the external world that is around us as well. So yeah. Anywho, let's go on to the second card. The second, I think, with everything that has been going on, focusing on enjoyment as well is so important. It helps the mind to, yes, absolutely. It helps the mind to kind of take a breather, because life is a roller coaster, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we simply have to own our emotions at any given moment, and know that we can choose to feel better when we're ready, and when we want to, you know. Process. Life is a process. Second card is ancestors. So when you hear ancestors, what comes up for you? The second card, dominant for those who chose card 2, supporting for those who did not. Second card, ancestors and comfort, right? Ancestors and comfort. What is that? How does that feel to you? What comes up? What inspires you when you think of ancestors and comfort? Messages, channeling, listen, listen, be aware, pay attention, right? Love, support, embrace ancestors. So, what comes up for you? Card two. So, I like that ancestors comes up because it makes me think of a celebration, like of ritual. Celebrate with the ancestors, because we have Beltane, so it's like honor your ancestors, and for some, um, it's leave offerings out to your ancestors right now. Connect again, right? Connect, bring that connection there. But there's this message that what, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. We are not alone in this. Ancestors are here. We are never alone, and it's important to realize that we don't have to walk this path alone. And so these ancestors, this ancestral energy is here. And yes, while at times ancestral energy can be challenging, and put us in a space where we're experiencing friction to bring challenge in, to define and redefine what we really want in life and what we want to experience, it's for our greatest good. A lot of times it's for our greatest good. It's for what we really want to connect and create in our life, right? And so ancestors, it's time to channel. It's time to step up into your own life and to connect again and to listen to the messages that are being offered. Because again, if you think that nothing's being said to you, that's absolutely inaccurate. Messages are flowing to you, but you have to be open to receiving them. You have to be open to listening to what's being expressed. And it might not be as clear as, "Hey, bitch, what's up?" It could be like you see something out of the corner of your eye, and you gravitate towards it, and it's something that's superimposed in reality. So it's more of a message to you. You have to learn to interpret like the signs in life. So it could very well be you have a vision. It could very well be you have a clairaudient experience. It could very well be you have some automatic writing, whatever, anything like that. Any your dominant psychic trait may be what comes through, but it can also be very subtle as someone mentions something to you, right? And it just stands out, and it's something to be interpreted, right? Does that make sense? And so it's time to connect. It's time to know when you don't have to go through whatever you're going through alone. So this weekend, celebrate your ancestral connections. This weekend, indulge a little with your ancestors, right? With those who have come before you, as well as those who will come after. And again, it's important that we learn. It's time to be aware, be very aware of what is going on internally, but also what is happening externally, right? It's a blend. And so when we know what's going on in here, we can respond, and then we can create in different ways and shift the external. As I'm helping my daughter to move into her first home, I have felt the presence of my ancestors strongly. This is a tough time for me to let go, and I feel their support. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Card two was my choice. I lost my dad a year ago. He and I were close. And helped me very much in connecting with my mind and spirit. My aunt and I are both on a similar path, and it truly touches my heart because I've been feeling a lot of direction from my dad recently and learning about many of the traits I share with some of my lost. Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely there. So it's time to leave offerings. Again, like I said, leave offerings to your ancestors. Bring that connection back, right? And just know that, to be comforted, that you have support. You're not walking this path alone. You're not walking your life alone. You do have support because your ancestors want the best for you because they want the best for them. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that energy being made manifest this weekend. Okay. There's a lot of psychic energy going on in this reading. There's a lot of psychic energy. So card three is Pisces. The dreamer, death and rebirth, uh, empathic, empathetic, vague, healing, receptive, drifting, victimized. So Pisces energy. fishy energy. Death, rebirth, ancestors, Beltane. The dreamer. Uh, vague. Vague begets vague. Oh my gosh, I heard my grandma coming out. Vague. She can't say V's. Just says B's instead. So, what does Pisces say to you? How does that feel to you? What is expressed through Pisces to you? I like Pisces energy. I like it. There's this excitement in regards to Pisces. There's this creativity. There's this deep spiritual essence to Pisces. I feel, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy this sort of death and rebirth, and I enjoy the psychic side of Pisces. There's so much potential. So I like, in regards to the reading, I like that there's the dreamer here. There's so much potential, but what do I want? And there's that vague that stands out, and it reminds me that, you know what? It's really important not to be vague in life. If you don't know what you want, you best figure it out. The only way to figure out what we want is to experience, and experiment and to try things. Like, if we don't know what we want, how are we going to know? Well, we need to try things that come to us, right? We need to try things that we desire to attempt. And so, what I really like is that there is a spiritual connection, there is a psychic connection to our ancestors and having fun, but it's also reaching out. It's also strengthening. This is strengthening, apparently. It's strengthening the flow of energy in regards to our ancestral line and the spirits that we work with. It's very important that we build these relationships, because those relationships will set us up for success. When we have these experiences, these relationships with our spirits, our ancestors, our guides, we treat them well, they treat us well, and we work together, we co-create, and we have a better life experience for it. And so it's really important to know that for some of us, we're going through an extreme healing process, and it's important that we give ourselves time. And we also know that as we are healing, we are not healing alone. As we heal ourselves, we heal also our ancestral ties. We heal different things about ancestral energy and lines, right? And so as we decide that, you know what, I am no longer going to be a part of this ancestral energy, as in I'm not going to carry on this belief that is negative. This needs to be healed, and it's going to start with me. Right? Does that make sense? And so with Pisces, I really like it because it's bringing healing, and it's death and rebirth. So we must die in a sense. The old us must die in order to be reborn, or in order to have something new. So if we are seeking to create something new in our own life experience, then it's very important that we let go of things that are holding us back: old programs, old mentality, old beliefs, old patterns and habits. That shit has to be laid to rest in order for us to really create a new atmosphere that will support what we love. Right? So there's that. Let's see. Go with the flow, or maybe auto ready. Okay, yeah. My son is a Pisces, and I've been wanting to do more with him and showing him the world because of my recent medical stuff. I've been wanting to set him up so when I am gone, he will be okay, but that also he will have great memories with me that he can hold on to. Yeah. So this is why it's very important to be clear. So no vague. We cannot be vague right now. It's important that we are clear as to what we want. What do you want in life? What do you want right now? Think of the next, 3 months. Like, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to focus in on? What do you want to invest in? When you know that, well, now it's time to celebrate. Invite your ancestors, right? Invite your ancestors to play and focus in on that specific thing that you want to create, and ask for help. Ask for help when you need it, and allow for your dreams to become your reality. But it's not going to happen if you don't focus in, and if you don't ask, and if you don't state those intentions, and if you don't do the work to create that. So this weekend gives us some fun, some playtime. This weekend gives us some relationship stuff to work on, to connect with our guides and our ancestors, and to also pay attention to our dreams. What are our dreams? Have they changed? And if they've changed, what are they now? And it's okay to not know fully, but we all have some sort of dreams. So focus on those, focus on those, and embrace your heart, embrace your creativity, and know that this is a healing process, and that it's a time where we do have to learn to let go of old things, old habits, and old shit, in order to make way for this new. So when we think about the things that we want, and we're talking with our ancestors, we're getting information and support, and what we want to set up for success in our future, who are we then? And then as we believe, and as we perceive who we are then, we then can trace it back to now. What patterns am I holding on to now that is preventing me from actually being there? And then start to limit those patterns, start to limit your time and your investment in the things that are preventing you from getting to where you want to be and need to be for yourself. Right? So, yeah. This is the weekend reading, y'all. If you have any last minute thoughts, feel free to share. I enjoy our time together, but the weekend reading is very distinct. Beltane, ancestors, Pisces. Have fun, connect with your ancestors, leave out some offerings, and start to dream. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for life? Dream, and dream as big as you desire. All things are possible. Believe in magic, right? I hope you do. But yeah, I really enjoy the weekend reading and our time together. So yeah, if you want, feel free. I have a group. I do have a group. It's called the Deviant Grimoire on Facebook. I opened it up, and I'm going to keep it this time. But yeah, definitely feel free to join. I'll try and post. I think I can post this. Let me do it. I think I'm going to post. Boom. So I think it did it. So go ahead, and if you want to join, feel free. And again, if you want to show your support, in the description, I express different ways to show your support. Show your support. I can talk. You can follow me on Instagram, engage on my posts, check out old YouTube videos, comment on them. There's so many different ways, but I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you have questions, you can comment. You can send me a message on my Facebook page. I do my best to respond as fast as I can, but sometimes I don't see them. I don't know why. But again, thank you so much, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Blessed be.